Welcome to Pinball Mayhem. My name's Jeremy Ajema, and it's about time I get back to Vulcan. It has been 9 months that this has been sitting folded up, mainly so I could get the model railroad layout set up and whatnot, but I left myself some notes on to what I needed to fix for when I put it back up. Let's take a look at those notes, and we'll start working on it. Okay, I've got those notes here. Basically what I need to do is solder the general illumination lamps for the score reels. Those are just in poor condition, so I got to get them working better. I need to clean the lockdown latch, this assembly that's underneath there that retains this lockdown bar. That's going to be a bit more involved. Got to fix the weak flippers. Not sure what that is. Probably a Jones plug or something. That's going to take a while to figure out. And another thing is install the missing T-nuts for the back box. What does that mean? Well, the back box is held down with 4 bolts. They're about the size of a leg bolt. And might even be the exact same. Yep, there. And these back ones here, they're fine. I can screw in the appropriate size bolt. Of course, it'd be a different length for the back box bolts. But when I go to here, there's no corresponding nut on the other side. And this requires some major disassembly to get this working. So let's take a look at one of those. Here we go, I found it at last. Yeah, T-nut here. And just what it is this kind of like a threaded collar with a flat plate, and in this instance it's held in by a couple screws or nails. They've also got ones that are just kind of got some prongs that would work okay here, but they'll get knocked out more easily. So this is what originally is in here, this type, so that's what I'm going to put back in. But yeah, I've got to take the playfield out and just kind of get up to the underside of this and try to hammer in some fasteners or screw in some screws or something. But yeah, we'll make it so 4 bolts hold it in correctly. 2 worked, but better to have all the fasteners. And I should probably go through some of the relays as long as I'm at it. Had a few little quirks when I was playing it, but nothing too serious. So, let's get working. Okay, we got the playfield out. Just getting ready to put in those inserts in the back box, and I'm going to pull out the bottom board here because I need to work on it. Just kind of go through it a little bit, but I wanted to show you, this is why it's great to have one of these Harbor Freight carts, or a real pinball cart, it's up to you. This cart provides a lot of different height of working, which is great. You know, just a real wide variety of working heights, and it is super nice, especially like for this, when I'm taking out this board here, I can lift it way up higher than what it would be normally sitting on its legs, and it's much easier to work on, loosen the screws and whatnot, so that's really handy. I'm going to put a cart up here, and you can check out the video on how you too can make one of these carts. There are a lot of different ways to do it, so you don't have to do it like I did, but it's really handy to have one, and just moving this machine around, every time I use it, I felt that it paid for itself. Alright, let's get this bottom board out, and we'll keep working. I just, as I was looking at the one T-nut that I had for over here, I might get the kind that just grab on the bottom. We'll see. I don't think I have 2, so if I'm going out to buy one, might as well make it simple on myself. I've got the bottom board all up here, and while it definitely looks intimidating to work on something like this, the main thing you got to remember, take it one switch at a time, one leaf switch at a time. If you do your adjustments correctly, like others have shown you, I've shown you on this channel, Mark's Basement Arcade has shown you how to adjust these things, one switch at a time, you'll be good. In the cabinet here, gonna have to vacuum now. Got some dust in the back there, but that's just from normal operation of the machine. And we'll get through this board, and oh yeah, I think I figured out why I've got weak flippers. I'm not positive though, but we'll go over here to the bottom of the board here. One thing nice is I've got another machine that is the same vintage as this machine, which is Jungle Queen. And these flippers have the same coils, and both machines are on normal tap. They're not high tapped, which means they have just normal voltage going through them. But Jungle Queen's flippers are much stronger. So I come back, look here, and it's like, well, what can the deal be? And I think it's the switches here for the end of stroke switches. These have rounded off points on them. I'm going to try to flatten them a little bit so the contact area is larger. And we'll try that. I'm going to try a few other things with the Jones plugs as well. So we'll see how that works. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the Vulcan refresh. A little history on this pin. It's got about 2 years worth of play on it right now. And normally you wouldn't have to go through it a second time, but I did not go through every little single thing when I got it up and running. I just cleaned the play field, kind of glossed over the relays, which worked okay for the time, and now it's kind of time to go through everything and fix all the little stuff. This is part of what's called, really fine-tuning a pin, getting it to play properly and work properly. So hope you catch the next part, and be sure to check us out on Facebook.